Ladies and gentlemen, there are some people here wearing masks, and we don't exactly know why, but we're doing some research to find out why people are wearing masks. Why are you wearing masks? So you don't die. Wait, you think putting a tampon and a couple of elastic bands around your nose and mouth is going to stop you dying? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to have to break the news to you, but you're all going to die one day. Madam, why are you wearing a mask? I know, but why have you got one on at all? Why not? I mean, isn't it weird the world we live in? All of a sudden, it's 2020, and someone says, well, why not wear a mask? Well, why not? I mean, that's ridiculous. It's like me walking around with a bra on, and someone asking me, why am I wearing a bra? And I say, well, why not? I mean, yeah, I suppose, you know, you're free to wear it. What's going on here? What are you going on about, madam? The hour is at hand, repent. Religion is man, what? Man's searching for God. God is about relationship. Really? What on earth is going on here? Have you done any quality research on how successful your campaign is, madam? Are you a representative of Jesus? And if so, I think you need to put a bit more effort into your props. Not that I'm one to talk, but at least I don't claim to be representing Jesus. What would Jesus have to say about you? I'm sure he would not want to be associated with your campaign. I mean, it's ridiculous. Although I do quite like your outfit. It's a bit, at least it's a bit different. The hour is at hand, repent. Ladies and gentlemen, if one person here agrees to repent, she might go away. Will someone repent, please? You'll repent? Okay. He's repented. We've got a repenter here. We are here today to promote our new campaign to make condoms mandatory. Because, ladies and gentlemen, especially you young people, your parents had access to free contraception. Why didn't they use it? They could have saved you a lifetime of hassle. They could have saved themselves hundreds of thousands of pounds. And that's why it's time for us to do something properly, and the government, particularly Boris Johnson, who himself should have used a condom many years ago over the years, which would have avoided his 7 or more children apparently. I don't know how many he's got. Right, with a whole bunch of women. Can you imagine what a toe rag he is? He should come out, not with a mask, but with a condom on, and encourage all the men to wear condoms.
You are a condom, dickhead! Fuck off! Give me a
I'm a condom.
Yeah, you are a condom.
I am a condom. My dad should have worn a condom. I know, but in those days, it was like, you know, it's 1967, it just wasn't quite as available as it is today. I mean, it was much more available today. It was still available, and unfortunately, he didn't do that. So, unfortunately, I'm here to have to deal with snide little comments like yours. I wouldn't have to deal with them if he would have worn a condom. You're absolutely right. I think we can agree that my dad should have worn a condom. Okay, fair enough. It wasn't snide. It was a perfectly fair comment, and I completely agree with it.
Cases, everybody should wear condoms. No more humans on the planet. Why don't you make a start first and fuck off?
All right, fair enough. So do you want me? Is that what are you saying? Hold on a second. No, that's good. Okay. Hands up, everybody who would like me to commit suicide. Yes? You'd like me to commit suicide? Why are you wearing a mask, sir? Can you tell us? Why are you guys wearing masks? Why are you wearing a mask, sir? Because of your health? What? That's not going to do anything for your health, wearing a mask. Not even the government says that wearing a mask does anything to your health. They have to, do they? Do they have to? Who says you have to? What happens if they don't? On the tube they have to? Really? Who said they have to? Is it? Right, so I'm saying let's make condoms mandatory because it's much more important, isn't it, than masks? I mean, think of the damage you can do if you don't wear a condom as opposed to the damage you could do if you don't wear a mask. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in order to get this campaign moving, we are offering a very special offer today, a prize of up to £100. You enter our competition, and all you have to do is to justify having unprotected sex that could lead to pregnancy. And if you can do that, ladies and gentlemen, I will get you can enter the competition and you could win up to £100. And I'll tell you something, I'm going to make it even better than that. Everyone will be a winner, because if you have a go and try and justify it and you're not able to, I will give you a small sort of prize. I'm sure lots of you do engage in unprotected sex, and yes, you do. Can you justify it? It feels effing great. Great. That's not really a very good ethical justification, and it might be a bit difficult when the child that is produced as a result of it grows up and wonders why you put them through this whole existence, and you said, because it felt really great for a few seconds. Do you know what I mean? So, abortion. Oh, right. So you think it's perfectly a good idea that you think you can justify having unprotected sex because if you get pregnant, you can just have an abortion, and that's absolutely fine. Really? Is that what you think? Don't you think that having an abortion might affect your mind? Have you ever spoken to people have you ever go and look up on the internet of how people feel when they had abortions? Why would you do that to yourself and the child? I mean, seriously, how can you possibly you are actually justifying an act that could lead to somebody else's birth or somebody else's life that you may have to abort? I mean, really? And by the way, do you know that many women who have unprotected sex and think, oh, we'll abort, in the end, when it happens, something else takes over and they can't get themselves to abort, so they have the child. So you certainly shouldn't be doing that, madam. Excuse me, I'm talking to you. Hold on a second. Now, the thing is that obviously you're not going to win with an answer like that. But you do win a prize, and that is a condom. So there you go. Make sure you carry that wherever you go and do not engage in unprotected sex. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't justify having unprotected sex, don't do it. Because it involves somebody else's life. And it will change your whole life if you do it. Can I ask you, ladies, why are you wearing masks? What is wearing a sanitary towel and a couple of elastic bands on your face? What exactly is that going to do about coronavirus? Oh, it stops the spread, does it? Really? Really? Is that what you think? Yeah? Who told you? Who told you it stops the spread?
Why are you wearing a mask? Are you dead? Sorry. Why are you wearing a mask?
Yes, why are you wearing a mask?
Why are you wearing a mask when you're with that dickhead?
To keep everyone safe.
Huh?
To keep everyone safe. He said, he's not my mate. He's not my mate. He's just stood here.
You're a wanker, mate.
And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with self-pleasuring? I think this should be encouraged. I think it should be encouraged because it doesn't lead, what's that? No, I don't need a condom. It's right, you're right. It's a good idea though. I mean, seriously, this is what I mean. This is why condoms should have been mandatory many, many years ago, before that chap was born. You're going for the old prize, yeah, go for it. Yes, go on. So if you want to have a baby, yeah, then you can have unprotected sex, yeah? But that doesn't justify it. Just because you want to do something, my dear, doesn't justify it ethically. So how can you justify having a baby? How can you personally justify bringing a child into existence, especially in this completely insane world? This is a lunatic asylum. I mean, look around here. There's no one here who's even remotely sane, including myself. Right? You've got these two lovely looking ladies over there who look so charming in that uniform, but actually what they're actually doing is stealing people's medicine. These guys steal people's medicine. They stole my cannabis the other day, right? They called it under the Misuse of Drugs Act, but they are going to burn it and waste it. And I was going to take it to a party and share it with my friends. These guys are violently nicking people's medicine and their drugs. And that's madness. Why would you bring a child into existence where there is a huge gang of these guys who've all been conditioned at Hendon Training Centre, right? That it's completely fine to put their hands in your pockets and take out a vegetable, basically. How would you like it, ladies, if I stole your broccoli? Eh? Because I find it offensive that you like broccoli. You wouldn't like it, would you? So coming back to your problem, the fact that you want something doesn't make it right. Do you understand that? Fantastic. So how could you possibly justify, especially you right here, right now, at your age, with your... Okay, fine. But we're talking about you. We'll talk about you. How can you possibly justify... No, that's where you get the money for. If you can justify personally having unprotected sex. Have you ever had unprotected sex? Okay, go on. I mean, you'd be very... Yes, you have. How can you justify doing it? Not really. Exactly. Fantastic. Well, in that case, I think you're in need of... I'm afraid you don't get the £100, but you do get a condom. Come and get your prize. Give her a round of applause. Thank you very much for taking part. And if you can't justify having unprotected sex, don't do it. Because we could help save this lady's children from coming into existence, and they will be very thankful for that if they could, say anything. Not just because of you, but just, brought into this madness. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're still offering £100 to anybody that can justify having unprotected sex. Yeah, if you're infertile, yeah, I did say right at the beginning that it's unprotected sex that could lead to pregnancy. So infertile, yeah, that's fine. If you are infertile, ladies, do it all day and all night as far as I'm concerned. No problem. You're lucky you can get away with that. Like the gay people, they are so lucky they can do it all day and all night and not get someone pregnant. How lucky are they? I mean, imagine if you're gay, right? If you, any gay, do you mind my asking any gay people here? Anyone? No? You're all heterosexual? God, you scare me, you heterosexuals. Seriously. We should be heterophobic, not homophobic. It's the heterosexuals. They're all having children without thinking about it properly. By the way, when you next see a gay person, ask them to imagine what it would have been like if they look back at all their partners and just imagine that some of them got pregnant and had a child. Imagine how their lives would have been like different if they'd done that. Yes, you want to go for it?
Been married for 40 years.
You've been married for 40 years?
That's right.
Okay, and that doesn't justify having unprotected sex. Did you have unprotected sex?
Yes.
Why?
Because
How could you?
Because I've been married for 40 years.
Because you've been married for 40 years. Yeah, but what's marriage got to do with it? Marriage is just a contract that you're going to live with the same person and only sleep with them. That doesn't give you any moral or ethical justification for having unprotected sex and bringing someone into existence, does it? I mean, it's just a social construct, isn't it? It's nothing. It's just something that's somebody made up. Married. I mean, so what?
Well, I am 72.
You're 72?
Yeah, there we go.
What's that got to do with anything? It's the age of the person that you're sleeping with that's important.
73.
Oh, 73? That's fine. That can't lead to pregnancy, as far as I know, other than, of course, Sarah in the Bible. But that was a very long time ago, and we're not entirely sure that that was accurate. Why are you wearing a mask? To protect yourself. You think wearing a piece of paper with an elastic band that even the World Health Organization not so long ago, and even Anthony Fauci, the head of the campaign in America, said that was not worth doing. You think that that is going to protect you, do you? It's to make yourself feel safe. Right, it makes you, it's like it has a psychological effect. Right. Yeah. You've been told that by your school have told you. Right. And have you never considered that maybe you shouldn't really trust what your school tells you about almost anything? Did that never occur to you? I mean, look at the effect. These people around here, they've all been to school. Look at the state of them. They're not able to... I mean, when was the last time most of you had an independently thought out idea? When was the last time you really thought anything through? I mean, seriously, I'm telling you to do that in school. That would be a good reason not to do it for me. But telling you to do it in school, you've got to be very suspicious then, haven't you?